Hi there. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming here and being here, as always, every Tuesday, except for 2 weeks ago. We weren't here that week. So, usually on Sundays, I release an intention on the Meditative Astrologer Facebook page. Um, and that gives you time to reflect on that intention yourself for a couple days before we meet on Tuesday. I always look to the astrology in the sky for the intention and coming up with what the intention is. It's not really just something I just come up with off the top of my head or have, like, I don't know, a running list of intentions I'm going through or something like that. I try to look at the energy that's around us and what energy is supported and where we are all the energies that we're being guided towards. This week I kind of felt like just doing things a little bit differently, and that's kind of part of not doing the meditation a couple weeks ago, is that I wanted to just do things a little bit differently and change things up just a little bit. That's why I'm not doing the daily videos right now, because I'm trying to decide exactly how I want to be doing those and what frequency, what I want it to be, and all of that type of stuff. Also, if you haven't already seen the moon, and if you're able to see it, I'd like you to go take a quick peek at the moon here and then run back. If you're not able to see it, that's fine. But if you're able to and you haven't, take a look at it. Nikita, you saw that moon? It was beautiful. When I was on my way back from baton class with Layla, my oldest daughter, it was just starting to come up and it had this like really bright yellow-orange color, and it was really, really, really pretty. So yeah, anyways, take a peek at the moon if you haven't already, if you're able to. If not, all good. So this week I wanted to do things a little bit differently. Every week I've had this intention that we share together. But this week I thought, let's leave it a little bit more open-ended and see what happens. So, as always, feedback. Let me know what you think, what you like, what you don't like. Other than that, I'll just keep rolling and keep trying things and see where we land, see what works, see what feels right. So this week, I just want to bring in the intention of the full moon, okay? And I know that is really open-ended, especially if you're somebody that doesn't really have a lot of prior knowledge or verbiage and experience or whatever it is with these energies and with metaphysics and what a full moon even means, okay? So the full moon is when the moon is at its highest, it's at full illumination. So 100% illuminated. The moon and the sun are at opposite points in the chart. The light's reflecting off from the sun, blah, blah, blah. So the light of the moon is at full luminosity, okay, during a full moon. So we have heightened energy, and we have a fullness of energy. We have like kind of like a culmination type of thing, okay? So you have like you could think of it at like if you're on like a roller coaster or a hill or something like that. Like if you're at the very, very top, the peak of the hill, the mountain, the roller coaster, whatever it is, then you have like just as much behind you as you have in front of you, kind of like you've come to the very top. You can't climb up any higher, but you haven't started to come back down yet. So you're kind of like at this height and at this peak. And at this like turning point, and that's what a full moon is. That's what a full moon is like. So this is our last full moon and our last lunar cycle of the zodiacal year. Our new moon in Aries in a couple of weeks, once the sun enters Aries, will be starts a new lunar cycle, and it's the beginning point of the zodiacal wheel and the start of the zodiacal year. So the zodiacal wheel starts with Aries, as far as the beginning of the year and the starting of the calculation. So that is also the spring equinox. So we are at this last part, this last lunation and this cycle and this last peak brightness for maybe not this calendar year, but this zodiacal year that we're in. Okay, we have lots of different beginnings throughout the year. So you have this change. It's kind of like a new year starting for us. And Virgo, so the full moon is in the sign of Virgo. So the moon is in Virgo and the sun is in Pisces at this time, okay? So we said that the sun and the moon are opposite in the chart in a full moon. So on the Pisces Virgo axis that we're on, we're in this position where we're in the signs that hand over light, okay? And this is symbolic. We've talked a little bit about this before. So the spiritual, metaphysical, symbolic meaning of astrology is following the alternation of light and dark throughout the year, throughout the zodiacal year, throughout the seasons, and as it changes throughout the year. So Virgo and Pisces are both the signs that are handing over the change of light. So they're handing over from the dark half of the year to the light half of the year, or from the light half of the year to the dark half of the year, okay? In the sign of Pisces, where we have the sun, we are in this position with a mutable sign, with a changeable sign, where we are changing over from the dark half of the year, from the inward reflection, from the feminine, reflective, intuitive portion of the year into the light dominant portion of the year, okay? And then in the sign of Virgo, we are handing over the light from the light dominant portion of the year into the start of the dark half of the year, which starts with Libra season. So we have this this idea of handing over and changing over of something here within Pisces Virgo axis, and also within sorry. Within this Pisces Virgo axis, and handing over to handing over to the light and handing over to this new zodiacal year at the same time here. So you have this idea of something ending and something beginning. And it's kind of like there's these major shifts that have slowly been creeping in. But a switch is either being flipped or is about to be flipped. So then you're going to be able to notice a lot more. And you're going to notice how these changes have been like slowly creeping in here with the full moon. And we also have Saturn entering Pisces. And that happens today. And that happened earlier today. So that's also significant that it's happening on the full moon, because we're talking about how the full moon is this heightened energy where like light or darkness, something is building and it's coming to its like culmination point here. And now we have Saturn moving into Pisces at the same time. Now Saturn stays in a sign for quite a while, so it's going to be staying there until 2026, where it will move into Aries. And this is a big structural energy shift, because Saturn has been in its own ruling sign since 2017. It entered the sign of Capricorn in 2017. In 2020, it entered the next sign of Aquarius, which it also rules. And now in 23, it's moving into the sign of Pisces here. So I feel like Saturn has been very comfortable in the sign of Capricorn and the sign of Aquarius because it's its own sign. So this is going to feel quite different. It might take a while to kind of get started, but I feel like, I don't know, today, yesterday, tomorrow, somewhere in these first few days here, you're you're kind of going to feel a little bit of a sneak preview of what that feels like and what it means to you. So you've heard me say that Saturn represents structures and boundaries, limitations that we put on ourselves and that others put on ourselves, those things that hold us back, or that kind of hold us in a, not hold us back, but hold us within a box and within certain guides and certain guidelines. So, but Saturn also represents other boundaries. We've been thinking within the sign of Capricorn and the sign of Aquarius. We've been thinking of Saturn within the terms of like physical boundaries, like things that were maybe not like physical boundaries like walls, but like things that relate to like the physicality of this life and that like directly affect this life that we're living right now. But Saturn also has a representation of being the guardian and being like the gateway between the earthly sphere and the heavenly sphere too, okay? So Saturn is the farthest visible planet, without visible by the naked eye, without like binoculars or a telescope or something like that. So this relates to these boundaries and being the farthest that we can see and being like a gateway between the earthly realm and the heavenly spiritual realm that is beyond. So it's gonna be a different feel. So like I said, we've been focusing on kind of more of this physicality part of it. With Saturn moving into Pisces, I feel like we're also going to feel more of this like heaven earth boundary part of Saturn. So we're going to feel more of this I'm going to say spiritual because I don't have another word for it right now, but we're going to feel this more spiritual and this more connected side of Saturn, okay? So we're going to feel more of these boundaries between like reality and dream, or like maybe even different like dimensions and things like that. So we're going to start to see this different side of Saturn that we haven't seen, especially going into a water sign. Coming from an earth sign and then a air sign into a water sign, it's going to be a bit of a change for the stern Saturn. It's going to feel more intuitive and feel more emotional. It's going to feel maybe less cold, hopefully, okay? Pisces is a very connected sign. It's the sign of endings, the sign of being the two fishes, right? So there are two fish swimming in opposite directions. So it's like the pull between the earthly realm and the heavenly realm. And that is the difference between Virgo and Pisces too. It's Virgo focuses very much on the physical, where Pisces focuses very much on the imaginative and the ethereal, okay? So then we have Saturn, which also has to deal with these two different aspects and these two different dimensions, the physical and the ethereal and what's beyond. So we have this, you see this like culmination where we're at here. You see this like I feel like this full moon is like just super powered between like, where are you trying to have your mind? Are you trying to be more in the physical earthly realm, or are you trying to connect more to your higher self and to it doesn't even have to be your spiritual self, it's just your true self and who you really, really are? Or are you being held back by, can you balance the two of those? Trying not to be held back too much by the physical here. So there's just lots of powerful energy here going on, and it really feels like there's these big energy shifts coming upon us. So we're finishing up the zodiacal year here. We are at a full moon, and Saturn is moving from Aquarius, its own home sign, where it's very comfortable, where it's very intellectual, can be very much disconnected and very, very objective. And now it's going to move into Pisces, where it might be a little more subjective and a little more influenceable, a little more impressionable. So we have these big energy shift changes, and we have a full moon. So there's just this really powerful energy around us that I want you to be able to utilize however it is best that you can utilize it. I don't want this week to have intentions, specific words that I want you to focus on. I just want you to focus on feeling this energy of the full moon. I want you to feel this heightened illumination. I want you to feel the energy and feel the light that you see when you look at a full moon here, okay? I hope that makes sense, and I hope that's okay with some of you. That was quite a bit of a ramble there. I was having a hard time putting it all together in my head how I wanted to say this. Big energy shifts, okay? Big energy shifts, full moon. That is what I want you to focus on. I want you to focus on bringing in a fullness of energy, and I want you to utilize that however it is best for you to utilize that in your own life, in your own chart, in your own path. If you're somebody that knows astrology and you know your chart, or you know what your rising sign is, you can look and see where Pisces and where Virgo are in your chart and what areas of your life, and that will give you a key of where to focus a little bit more directly. I can help you with that if you have a little bit of information for me. So, Virgo full moon. Oh, it's at 16 degrees too. So if you're looking at your birth chart and you have anything at 16 degrees, especially within the mutable signs, that's a sensitive point to look at right now too here. So if you haven't already, go take a look at the full moon. You have enough time to run out there, I promise, and then come on back here. If you've already done that, find your nice comfortable seat, your nice comfortable position, and we're going to get started. Full moon meditation. Full moon in the sign of Virgo. We are pulling in powerful, strong energy, vibrant, full luminosity energy, okay? We are filling our cup today, filling our energetic body. So we're going to light our intentional candle, and if you have your own specific intention, go for it. Put this energy into it. If you don't, that's fine. Just bring in this power and see where it goes, okay? We always use a white candle. Universal clarity, purity, angelic and protective. Nice, strong, beautiful energy. Find your comfortable position. If you'd like to close your eyes, go ahead. If you don't want to close your eyes, you don't have to. It's totally cool. If you're not going to close your eyes, then I suggest you try to kind of soften your gaze or find something to focus on, something kind of calming that you can focus on here. And we're going to start by noticing our breath. The very first thing we do, we do not try to first control our breath. We notice where we're at. So just take note of your breath. Take note of if it's deep or if it's shallow, fast or slow, if it's energizing or anxiety inducing. Does it raise your heart rate or lower your heart rate? How are you feeling today? It's okay to be honest with yourself. In fact, please do. Please be honest with yourself. So once you've taken a moment to notice your breath and notice where you're at, and make a little bit of space for what you're feeling. Now I want you to start to try to deepen your breath. Breathing in for now, however is comfortable, in through your nose or your mouth, out through your nose or your mouth. Let's just start by focusing on deepening that breath a little bit. Breathe in and out. You're moving air in and out of your lungs, in and out of your body. Each time you take a breath in, you feel the cool air entering your body, moving down your throat, moving into your lungs. Your lungs start to expand. And as your lungs expand, your diaphragm starts to move down slowly, even just a little bit. Small motions, small improvements. That's all we're looking for here. And as we exhale, the air starts to move out of your lungs. Your diaphragm starts to move back into place. Your navel moves back into a neutral position, back towards your spine. Taking another deep breath in. Slowly the air enters your lungs. As it enters your lungs and fills, you feel your abdomen start to distend. Your belly button moves away from your spine. Your diaphragm moves down to make room for this air coming in. Alternating breaths in and out at your own pace. Moving slow tonight. It's going to be a slow build. Your breath does not have to be perfect. Just continue focusing on breathing in, breathing out, and the motions that come along with it. Now as you continue to move that air in and out, if you haven't already, let's focus on bringing positive energy and uplifting energy into our body on the inhale. And on the exhale, focus on releasing any tension, any stress, any pain, any discomfort, whatever it is that you need to release, any blockages, any limitations, anything that is no longer serving you. in that nice, positive, cooling, life-bringing, oxygen-bearing air. Breathing in love, light, comfort, protection. Exhaling stress, exhaling worry. Exhaling anything that no longer serves you. You want to take this a step further, and if you aren't there already, try moving this air in and out of your nose. So inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Feel that cool air come into your nostrils, down the back of your throat, into your lungs. That air that comes in brings oxygen that is then circulated to the rest of your body. That love and positivity and light that you're breathing in is carried with that oxygen and is circulated through your entire body, carried through your arteries, to the farthest tip and point, to your fingertips and to your toes, your shoulders into your brain. And as you exhale, you release whatever you're holding on to. You release the stress of the day, the worries of life, the pains and the discomforts, anything that is not serving your highest good. As you energetically release what you do not need, your body is physically releasing its waste and what it no longer needs. This physical process of breathing in oxygen and exhaling CO2 is representative of the process of us bringing in positivity and life-giving energy and exhaling what we don't need, exhaling the waste so that way it doesn't build up and become toxicity. Breathing in through your nose if possible, if not, do it however you can, however feels comfortable to you. Exhaling through your nose. You will hear the sound of your breath. And when you hear the sound of your breath, you will feel that power of your breath. Breathing in, hearing that energy coming in, feeling it at the same time, exhaling and releasing. We are on the cusp of energy changes and energy shifts. There is an energy handover that is going to be taking place, and we are in the midst of it. Certain areas we are moving from the dark to the light, and in other areas we're moving from the light to the dark. Light and dark, masculine and feminine, positive and negative, introvert and extrovert, repressive and expressive. We all have both within us to different levels. Tonight, full moon, this culmination of energy in changeable, mutable signs that are willing to move forward, moving towards an ideal, moving towards the light or towards the dark, towards the fullness. We pull in this energy and we balance the light and dark within us. And as we continue to breathe in and out, balancing our oxygen and carbon dioxide levels within our body, we are working to balance the positive and negative energy within our body as well. Bringing stability and energetic balance. This doesn't have to be perfect. We are just working to level the scales a little bit more, bring us a little bit closer to equilibrium. Small improvements. Working towards our culmination of breath here. As we bring in this positive energy and we release this negative energy, start to imagine this energy moving up and down our body. The basis of our energetic channels runs along your spinal cord from the top of your head to the base of your spine. So, as you take a deep breath in, I want you to feel and I want you to visualize that energy. If this is difficult, it's okay. You just try and you just do the best you can and take what works for you and leave what doesn't. You are going to feel that positive energy come into the back of your throat, and it comes down into your lungs and fills your lungs. I want you to feel it move down your spine. I want you to feel it move down into your shoulders and move down your spine to the middle of your back and all the way down to the base of your spine, to your coccyx, right to where your bottom connects to the surface below you. Okay? And as you exhale, I want you to feel the energy and imagine the energy coming back up through your spine, back up to the middle of your back, up past your shoulders, and out of your mouth or out of your nose, okay? So what we're doing is we're bringing this positive energy in through our body, all the way down, all the way through our spine, through our energetic column where our chakras lie, and then we're going to bring up and travel through our body, and we're going to release whatever it is that comes up throughout your spine and throughout your body, okay? Your spine connects to every part of your body through your nerves. So now, when you take a deep breath in, you're going to feel that energy come in to your mouth, down your throat, and it moves back to your spine, and it moves all the way down to the base of your spine. On your exhale, feel that energy come back up your back, up past your shoulders, back out your mouth. Let's do that. Let's try to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth, okay? We're releasing here. I feel like right now we need to release to get to this culmination. I feel like there is something within this group that needs to, everybody has something they need to release. So breathing in this positive energy in through our nose, down our spine, down our energetic channels, all the way to the base of our spine, filling our entire body, and then we exhale. Exhale through our mouth, and we're going to hear that breath coming out, and we're going to, as we hear that breath coming out, you're going to feel the release of whatever it is you need to get rid of, whatever's holding you back. Energy coming in, nice positive energy, filling your entire spine, your entire spinal cord. And then exhaling that energy coming back up through your body and out through your mouth. If you're able to and you feel like it, force it out of there, okay? Continue this process on your own. If at any point in time you feel dizzy, you feel lightheaded, you feel short of breath, you feel any pain or any discomfort, know your own body, know your own limitations, and know where you're at right now. But continue this process of bringing in this positive energy, feeling it coming in through your mouth, filling your lungs, coming down your spinal cord, and reaching out to your entire body, to every inch of surface of your body. Every little piece, okay? Exhale that breath. Exhale that stress. Feel anything that is building up, any tension that you may have, any little quirks that you may meet, and exhale that. Release whatever it is that's holding you back. What is holding you back from that culmination? In order to build this positive, full energy, you may need to release, and you may need to make space for something. Energetic shifts. We're looking for a change. We're looking for something new. Aries season is coming. Spring equinox. New beginnings. New breath. Fresh start. Saturn is moving from being in its own signs back to back from 2017 to 2020, 2020 to 2023. Now the change is happening. Moving forward, and ready to take on whatever is coming our way. want you to build your own energy tonight. I want you to feel your own power. Feel your own strength. You are strong and you are capable and you are building. More rounds of breath, of bringing this positive energy in, releasing any negative, anything that no longer serves us, releasing what we're moving away from, breathing in what we're moving towards. Now we're feeling your energy. Now we're feeling your building. Now you're feeling your strength and your power. Did you forget that was there? It may be boxed up or held down a little bit, but your power never goes away. Your energy and your energetic body is always there. It's just acknowledging and raising our energy and our vibrations. Doesn't mean it's easy because I use the word just either. Now, on our next inhale, you're going to bring that air in the same pathway, down, 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 all the way through your body. But once you get to the bottom and the base of your spine, we're going to keep our attention there, and we're going to ground down into the ground now, okay? So I want you to physically visualize roots coming out of the base of your spine, out of your coccyx area, out of your tailbone, and going into the surface below you, all the way down into the ground. Nice big thick roots grounding you into Mother Earth and solidifying your energy that you are cultivating tonight. Feel these roots go down further and further into Mother Earth, and as they grow, they have little roots growing off of them, and this big huge root system starts to grow, all from your energy and from your being. So take note of what your root system looks like, how it's moving. Is it moving fast? Is it moving slow? Are the roots thick? Are they thin? Is there a color? Is there a consistency? A pattern? Are they rough? Are they smooth? This is all specific to you. Feel these roots moving down deeper into the ground and connecting you with Mother Earth. Stabilizing this energy that you are cultivating and that you are growing tonight. Continuing to breathe energy in, and on the exhale, releasing a little bit more. On each inhale, you feel the energy come in, and your root system grows a little bit more. Cultivating strength, cultivating energy, cultivating the knowing that you are enough and you can tackle anything that you need to. You are enough for this life, and you can take on what is coming forward because of everything that you have already been through. As our root system grows deeper and stronger, picture yourself sitting on top of a mountain. And while we're on the subject of everything that you've already been through, I want you to see what is behind you. See your path that has brought you here. See everything that has led up to where you are now in your life, in this moment, in this journey of your soul, and everything that you've already gone through. This is the climb up the mountain, and this is the hard part. This is the tough part, okay? The hard work, the agonizing work is behind you. Moving forward, you have the tools, and you have the energy, and you have your drive and your motivation, and you're going downhill, not up. You're gaining momentum, you're gaining speed, you're gaining strength while feeling stable and grounded. Full moon on the Virgo Pisces axis gives us the ability to keep our feet firmly on the ground while letting our head and our mind and our imagination and our soul fly. There are no limits in the sign of Pisces. Your strength is admirable. Your power makes me feel empowered. So as you sit on that mountaintop, and as your root system goes deep down into Mother Earth, you look up and you see the full moon overhead. You see the beautiful light that is reflected from the sun to the moon. And in noticing and acknowledging that detail, you notice the connection between the sun, the masculine, the yang, the extrovert, and the moon, the feminine, the intuitive, introverted, yin energy. They play off of each other, and they need each other. And you look at that bright moon, and you feel that energy, and you feel it filling your body, filling your physical body, filling your energetic body, filling your soul. And you have the power, this culmination of energy, this culmination of the lumination cycle and this climax and ending of the zodiacal year. The sun is coming, everyone, if you're in the northern hemisphere. I bring my hands together in prayer at my heart space. Feel free to do so if you want to. I feel like like you have to. And I bow my head and I thank you for showing up here for yourself, first and foremost. And I thank you for showing up here in support of myself, in support of your community, and in support of the human race and the human consciousness. Because when we raise our vibration, it raises the vibration of everything around us. When our energy is low, that feeds into our environment around us. When our energy is high, that feeds into the environment around us. Just as when the energy in the environment around us is low, it feeds into us and leaks into us. And when the energy in the environment is high around us, it leaks into us. It all plays off each other. It's all about balance. Thank you so much for coming here. Thank you for dealing with my changing and my willy-nilliness lately. And thank you for still supporting. If you have any feedback, if you have any ideas about moving forward with the intentions and which way to go with the videos too, any suggestions, throw them at me, anything that you want to see. If not, that's cool. I'm just going to keep playing around with it, and I'm just going to do what feels right and keep moving along with it here, okay? So, happy full moon. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love all of you, and I always have this part at the end where I just don't want to end it because the energy feels so good. But you take this full moon energy, you take this energy that you've cultivated and move forward with it. This space that we create here, you can recreate anywhere within your own head. You can move through the emotions. You can pull up the replay on YouTube and you can actually physically go through the video if you have to do that. So you can get back to this point. If you need help with that, reach out to me, okay? That's what this is all about. So, full moon energy, Virgo, Pisces, moving on. Energy shifts are coming. I don't take that phrase lightly. I know you see that. You can see that on spiritual memes everywhere all the time, but they are changing, okay? There's big energy shifts coming here. Saturn moving into Pisces only happens every 2 to 3 years. We got Pluto, which is getting ready to make its changes here too. So that takes a little bit longer. Have a great day. Have a great night. Have a great week. Yeah. Be blessed. Be merry. Have fun.